Oh my goodness. Holy cow. We are here finally. What is going on? There we go. Free. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. We are here. Okie dokie. We're live. I'm going to post this up on for my Twitter because I stopped doing it on Twitter. Give me a moment here. All kinds of complications. No, they don't want me to be streaming. They tried to take me down, but they couldn't. I'm back at it again. All right, I'm posting it up there. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okie dokie. People, let's get into these markets. Holy moly, macaronis. Get my Twitch up. All right, that's up and running. I believe that my Twitter or my YouTube is up and running. I do not see the chat for some reason. That's annoying. And the market is closing. Just kidding. There we go. Now I got the chat back. Oh my goodness. Let's finally just jump into these markets. Holy moly. That was fun. Sometimes you just got to have fun, you know? Fun, fun, fun. Everyone's like, get into the markets. I must make this money. Hey, Kyle. What's up? Okay. Let's go. Welcome to the trading desk, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the trading desk. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. My little monitors are in the way. Much better. Much better. All right, let's take a look at the markets. S&P 500's up. We are going into the Fed rate cuts, okay? Woohoo, yay, the market's gonna get some Fed rate cuts. Now, what I find interesting here today is that we did have our retail sales numbers today. And they came out better than expected, right? So US retail sales for August, they rose 0.1% on the month compared to the forecast of the decline of 0.2%. So the market's pricing in this 50 basis point cut. However, the retail sales data is saying that we're relatively still showing some resilience, showing some strength for the most. I mean, it's not a great number, but it's better than expected. So is that, as Jerome Powell said, they're going off data. So would that data right there suggest that we should be cutting 50 basis points of a cut? If we go into the Fed watch tool, what has changed today? Not much, right? There's still a 61% probability that we're going to be cutting 50 basis points. So this is where it gets interesting, is because if the Fed does not deliver what the market expects, is the market going to throw a tantrum? If Jerome Powell does do what the market expects, because remember, our next meeting's not till November, so there's there's a lot of data that comes out between September to November that can alter courses of anything, right? So we're going through this kind of a interesting time here where, you know, we're going to find out tomorrow to see if he's going to do what the market expects and or just deliver 25 basis points. Why bother cutting if we're so resilient and still strong? Perhaps they're trying to front run, right? Because of whatever they see, the models that they run, they're trying to front run that it's going to be coming off, or they're trying, because inflation's been coming down and what they see in their models is telling them that, hey, we can start cutting at a faster clip. Who knows what the case is going to be, but we can look into what the expected moves are going to be, what the market's pricing in as far as that one standard deviation. And if the market is surprised, we can always look at 2 standard deviation moves or even 3 standard deviation moves, but it's a little bit more rare. Now, where's the SPY trading as far as today? The FOMO crowd is up here at the daily expected move, which is at 566.35. We're just trading in and around there. As far as important gamma levels go today, if we are going to squeeze higher, I'd be watching 5,700. 5,700 would probably be the wall for the day. Not a hard stop, right? But that would probably be where we get pinned around in or potentially even reject if price goes up there. Why? Because that has 128 million as far as gamma exposure goes. So if I pull up net gamma, it's right here, 5,700. Now, in yesterday's video, we discussed 5,600 as if we are above 5,600, that's rather bullish, but below 5,600 in this current context, there's really not much going on up until 5,500. So under 5,600, I'd say it's not necessarily that I'd be like, hey, I'm going to short here, but I would say I'm probably not going to be adding any positions to my portfolio if the S&P 500 is under 5,600. And if we hold above it, I'm still looking to trade up more north towards the call wall anyway, given the context that, well, we're trending higher, right? You can fight it as much as you want. That's actually what's going on right now. The market just hit new all-time highs. New all-time highs is a very long time for the S&P 500, and that's not necessarily a bearish thing. Sorry about that. It's not. However, things can change when we start getting under some key levels. Key level right now, the gamma flip line is at 5580. The 5580 level always is going to be changing and adapting. We're in the middle of a contract roll. There's going to be all new positions being added, right? Are we going to be rolling some? Are we going to be cutting some off, et cetera, et cetera? The whole structure of this is going to change or not, right? And we're going through, by the way, this contract roll is the largest contract roll that would be going through. I think it was like 3 trillion in notional value, I believe it was. I'd have to recheck it. But a huge contract roll. We're in the middle of it, right? We didn't gap up overnight, right? From the ES, everyone, right? When it happens, when the contract roll happens, if you don't adjust for contract changes on your chart, you're going to be thinking that the ES, the E-minis gapped up. That's not the case. Okay, give me a second. Now, I know quite a bit of traders, and the ones that do this very seriously typically don't even enjoy trading during these times, unless if there's very clear direction, right? Because contract rolls bring on all types of volatility. So a lot of the times they just they may trade here and there, but maybe their position sizing is smaller. At least that's what they say, what I've heard. Me personally, I have not traded this week as far as like really a day trade goes. If something pops up, I'd be fine to trade it. It's just I'm not going to get overly exposed. So what would I trade? I'd be looking at market net flow. Market net flow is bullish. We have the green line trending up, a red line trending flat, or we have convergence. The market's saying, hey, we can easily go higher right here. Where to would be the first stopping point, maybe $1 higher in the SPY, which would be 567. Remember though, we've already tagged that upper daily expected move. That is what the market priced in. So is there like a great trade in this current moment? Would I short this? Not really. I'm not interested. Would I go long right here? I don't know. Maybe if it pulls back and the structure of this all stays the same, perhaps then I might look for the setup. What would that look like? Okay, let's pull up the SPY on just an intraday time frame here. Ting, ting, tong. There we go. Boom, boom, bang. So you can see it. SPY, 1 minute candles. We have, start off a little weird. We ripped up higher. We pulled back down. We ripped up higher. It's overall, let's open the opening range up here. Opening range. 1 minute opening range is still holding. It's pulling kind of in and around these areas. It looks a little choppy for me. So if I am going to take it, I'd want to see just a little bit more price go by as far as like maybe a day trade in something like the SPY or the Qs or something like that. The Qs is coming back into its opening range. So talk about a choppy mess right here, right? This is the very first minute candle of the day. You have the high, the low, and the middle of that candle. Okay, it's just highlighting the total range of it. And where's the Qs? The Qs are up 0.75%. So the Qs are doing good, but it was a gap in camp, right? We gapped up overnight in the Qs cash market session, right? Gapped up, and we just camping around there. It's pretty much a stalled out type of day so far in this current moment as we're approaching the Fed rate decision. So yeah, am I going to trade this? Probably not today, but I do have a bunch of feelers out as far as swing trade positions, and I'll tell you every single one of them that I'm in because I don't mind. I posted it into the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I put it in the day trading pick because somebody asked me. I'll just show you my feelers that I put out. A bunch of like 2% positions in various names, and I do got to check to see how that's going. Okay. Test. Let me see here. Is Twitch working? Twitch looks like it's working. Okay, good. Let me check here. You do what are you using for this MarketNet Flow and Gamma? Vincent, I'm using for MarketNet Flow. I use TradyTix. For Gamma, I use TradyTix and also Gamma Labs. I like Gamma Labs. It's clean. They're constantly updating it. Fair price, very fair price. TradyTix has this tool, MarketNet Flow. I mean, shoot, if Gamma Labs came up with this one, that'd be game changing right there. I don't know if they will, or I would imagine they'd crank the price up if that was the case. Well, unless if they just want to destroy everybody in this space and then just keep it at a low price. But they do lift prices up, right? It started off way less, and then it's kind of been increasing, which makes sense because the cost to manage all of this and constantly update, and then the server space, and then bring on more people and so forth, it does get pricey. Okay, so the SPY's up 0.5%, 50 basis points. It's backing off from its daily expected move. Like I said, we had retail sales a little bit stronger than expected. Nothing really changed, though, from as far as expectations. And, on last Market's Brief, we talked about how the politicians, right, some people in the Senate, I believe it was, is asking Jerome Powell for 75 basis point cut. Okay, whatever. Bunch of narratives. What's price telling us? Price, like I said, is telling us that, hey, 5,700 is where we can get held up at. Local support is at 5,650. As far as the zero-date levels go on the S&P 500, right now, where's the concentration at? 5,675, 5,650. Basically 5,650, and we're currently above that. 5,675 is slightly above where we currently stand right here, right around in this area. So I don't know. I think it's kind of muted right now in the markets. I wouldn't trust much going on right here. Let's go into some individual names. So if you have individual tickers that you want me to pull up, I'll start writing them down. So put them into the chat if you'd like me to do that. You can let me know what time frame specifically too, because I'm assume daily time frame on all of them. So you have to tell me differently if you want me to look at it at a different time frame. And then I'll pull up some of the names that I'm in. I'm in a bunch of names right now because I'm literally sending out feelers. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, dude, this Streamlabs thing.